Where did I leave yesterday's class? I explained, I think, Buddhism, Jainism. Yes. Jainism. Then I dictated up to Vardhaman Mahavir, I dictated. Synopsis posted up to Jain philosophy. Right. Now you see, Jain councils were held. When Vardhaman died, he was survived by 11 disciples. These disciples, 11, age-wise elder to Mahavir. Mahavir himself, the younger. Students, elder to their master, age-wise. Mahavir had, in Jainism, you had a Sangha like that of Buddha. So, of the 11 disciples, Arya Sudharman, he became the head of the Jain church. In Jainism, you have great scholars, Bhadra and Stula, Stulabahu and Bhadrabahu. Bahu means hand, strong hands. Stula means short hands, like that. They name the person by prominent organ of his body, his structure. Parshva means the other side. Parsvanabha, his novel, you see on the right extreme side. That's how it is been named. So, Bhadrabahu and Stulabahu, these are the two great scholars. They are in turn the students. They are disciples of Arya Sudharman. That was the time Magadha was being ruled by Chandragupta Maurya. Chandragupta Maurya, the founder of the Mauryan dynasty, the first great emperor in Indian history, Chandragupta. There is a severe famine in Magadha region, severe famine. So it became difficult for the Jain Sangha to survive. People had nothing to, eat. When there is nothing to eat, you can't expect people to support Sangha. You have to go for begging. Okay. How would you survive? That's why Bhadrabahu, he thought about taking a section of the Jain monks to south. Why not you go to South India, promote Jainism there, and reduce the burden on Sangha? So Bhadra decided to go to south. When this news reached Chandragupta Maurya that Bhadra was heading to the south, Chandragupta abdicated the throne. He renounced the throne in favor of his son Bindusara. Now Chandragupta converted into Jainism by Bhadra. Bhadra and Chandragupta, they all came down to Karnataka, present state Karnataka, the place Shravanabelagola. That's where they settled. They made Jainism very popular in South. In South India, people coming from Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh, you have places, Konda, Kona, Tippa, Padu, like this. Any village or any town ending with these names, you can say it with certainty, it must be a Jain settlement. Konda, Kona, Tippa, Padu means Jain. Undoubted, no second thought about it. Jainism became very popular in Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh. There in Shravanabelagola, Chandragupta Maurya, he also performed Salekhana Vrata. You go to Shravanabelagola, it's a lovely place, Shravanabelagola. You have Vindhyagiri, tall hill. On that hill you have the statue of Bahubali, Bhadrabahu, Bahubali, or you can call it Gomateshwar statue. Quite nearby that, very next to that, a small hill that is called Chandragiri. That's where Chandragupta believed to have performed Salekhana Vrata, starving himself to death. Bhadra and his followers, they came to know that prosperity restored in Magadha. So why not we go back to Magadha and see what happened in our absence? So they came back to Magadha. In the absence of Bhadra and his followers, first Jain council was held. First Jain council was held. President Stula himself president, Stula Bahu or Stula Bhadra. In this council, there are 14 old texts on Jain philosophy called Purva, P-O-O-R-V-S. Purva means old. Purvas means old texts. 14 Purvas with Vadman Mahavir's philosophy. In the council, Stula and his followers, they edited and reduced the 14 texts to 12 angas, 12 chapters. A text is been reduced to a chapter. That's a great loss. These are the teachings of the great philosopher Mahavir. It's that you are not able to understand them, you can't brand them, that is nonsense. Are you understanding? You find a history class very boring. अरे हिस्ट्री निकालो, हिस्ट्री नहीं है. इकोनॉमी वेरी बोरिंग, इकोनॉमी निकालो. ऐसा सब निकाल सकते हैं क्या? Is that you can't understand it? You can't say that subject is not worth understanding, not worth paying attention. Okay. 14 purvas, 14 texts were reduced into 12 chapters, 12 angas. That's a great loss actually. Now Bhadra was very much, taken aback. अरे where are purvas? Purvas नहीं, angas पढ़ो. अरे purvas कहाँ गए भाई? For a scholar, Bhadra is a great scholar. For a scholar, text is more important. Understand? Even at home also, you observe, your father is a highly disciplined man, means he just can't tolerate this type of, nonsense. A small mistake on your part. Intellectuals are very much attached to the text. Text is more important. Understand? Now 14 purvas were replaced by 12 angas. Bhadra and his followers refused to accept them. Secondly, to the surprise of Bhadra and his followers, they found Stula and his followers roaming around in white dress. Dress is an attachment to body. All Jain Tirthankars, Digambar, which are not supposed to have anything. Whereas Stula and his followers were found in white dress. That's why Jainism divided into Svetambar and Digambar. Stula and his followers Svetambars. Bhadra and his followers Digambars. Understand? Digambars had not accepted 12 angas. Then what to do? Bhadra himself, recollecting 14 purvas, great Bhadra wrote Kalpasutra. Kalpasutras meant only for Digambaras. Are you understanding? Kalpasutras written by Bhadrabahu. That's important. You got a question on that. Bhadrabahu. This is first Jain council. Second Jain council was held exactly after 900 years. The long gap. That I mean to say 6th century AD. 6th century AD, first Jain council. In Gujarat, there is a place called Vallabhi. Jains founded only one university. In Buddhism, you have not less than 5 to 6 universities. Vallabhi University in Gujarat. That's where second Jain council was held. The great Gujarat kings, Siddhiraj and Kumarapala, Gujarat I mean Saurashtra, they were the patrons of this council. President Devavrata Kshamasramana, president. In this council, 12 angas were further edited and reduced to 12 upangas. 12 angas were further edited and reduced into 12 subchapters. Anga means chapter. Upanga means subchapter. 12 subchapters. Upangas. These are the two councils, two sects. Let me tell you one more sect. In between the first and the Jain council, 900 years gap, there you have another sect also found. That sect is called Thera, Therapanthi. Therapanthis in Jainism, they worship the scriptures. Scriptures are sacred for them. Okay. So, Digambar, Svetambar, Therapanthi. These are the Jain sects. Popularity of Jainism, I already told you. Chandragupta, the first great patron. Chandragupta Maurya. One of the later Mauryas, by name Samprapti, he also followed Jainism. What Ashok had done for Buddhism, Samprapti had done for Jainism. Ashok made Buddhism quite popular, international. Jainism had never been international, but Samprapti made it popular. Jainism never crossed the borders of India. From the beginning, if you see, somewhere or the other, Jainism is simply following Brahmanism. Okay. All Brahmanical gods, goddesses you have in Jainism also. Kamalakshi, Indranayani, Chandranayani, Kushmandhini, okay, Bharati. Okay. These are all Hindu deities. You find them in Jainism also. Jains worship them also. Go to Jain temple. You can't make any difference between a Jain temple and Hindu temple. You have idol Tirthankar, Harati, Dhop, Deep, Naivedya, everything just the same. At the point. So in Jainism, Samprapti, one of the later Mauryan kings, he also made good contribution for Jainism, like Samrat Ashok. That's why we call Samprapti Jain Ashok. He is called Jain Ashok. Another great king, I should say greatest in the history of Kalinga. Kalinga means Odisha. Today's Odisha. In the history of Kalinga, Kharavela, he followed Digambara Jainism. He tried to bring unity between Svetambars and Digambars. He convened a Jain council at Kumaragiri. Giri means hill. Hill is sacred for Jains. Kandagiri, Kumaragiri, Indragiri, Chandragiri, like that, it goes. At a place called Kandagiri, Kumaragiri, he convened a Jain council in 161 BC. Tried to forge unity between Svetambars and Digambars, but it ended up as a failure. Disappointed Kharavela, he founded an order of monks, a group of monks, section of monks. You call them Yapanacharya, Y-A-P-A-N-A. Acharya, Yapanacharyas, okay, to preach and promote Jainism. One of the great Yapanacharyas, Kundana, K-O-N-D-A, Kunda, K-U-N-D-A, Kundanacharya. Kundana, he founded a subsect. Sects are Svetambar, Digambar, Therapanthi. These are sects. Within the sect you have another sect, means that is subsect. These subsects in Jainism, you call them Gachyam. G-A-C-H-A-M. Gachyam. Kundana founded Saraswati Gachyam. Okay. Mesha Pashana Gachyam, Nandi Gachyam, okay. Pustaka Gachyam. These are Gachyams. Gachyams means subsects. Subsects in Jainism. Kundana, he founded Saraswati Gachyam at Konakondla. Kondla means Jain, I told you, in Andhra Pradesh. Importance of Konda Kundana, he wrote one of the most popular texts, Prabhata Traya, three. Traya means three. Prabhata Traya, accepted by both the Digambars and the Svetambars. That standard work, Prabhata Traya. Rashtrakutas, they were the last great patrons of Jainism. Rashtrakuta dynasty, they ruled Karnataka and Maharashtra. Very powerful dynasty. The greatest of Rashtrakutas, Amogha King Amogha. He was the last great patron, Amogha Varsha wrote Ratnamalika in Sanskrit and Kaviraja Marga in Kanarasi. Kanarasi means early form of Kannada. You remember I dictated, I think I told you Vardhaman Mahavir's language, Ardhamagadi, Jains developed all local languages. Not for your class, some other class. Okay. Local languages, Kannada, in local language, in Selli form, it's called Kanarasi. Have you heard of Canara Bank? Canara Bank. Canara, the word derived from Kanarasi, Canada. Kannada's early language, Kanarasi. Kaviraja Marga, written by, Amogha Varsha, Ratnamalika and Kaviraja Marga. It's the first kavya in Kannada literature. Right. So Kannada developed by the Jains very well. That too, Amogha Varsha, the last great patron of Jainism. There is another king in the Rashtrakuta dynasty. His name Krishna. Krishna 4, we call him, because there are 4 Rashtrakuta kings with the same name Krishna. He becomes Krishna 4. He also performed Salekhana Vrata, starve yourself to death, at Shravana Belugola, at a place called Shravana Belugola. I very strongly recommend this place. It's a lovely place. Just go and stay there for one day. You can see Bahubali statue. There Jain Mati is there. You can see Digambar Jains there. Digambar. Okay. In Karnataka you have Digambara Jainism. In Gujarat you have Svetambar Jainism. Two powerful states. After the Rashtrakuta dynasty, Jainism lost its popularity, patronage. No Indian king showed interest in Jainism because political atmosphere very much disturbed by war. Wars were taking place frequently. Professing faith and practicing Jainism is very difficult when political atmosphere is disturbed. Principles of Jainism, I told you, difficult to follow. That's the reason why Jainism lost its popularity. Clear? For you, from examination point of view, cultural contribution of Jainism. This is very, very important. Cultural contribution of Jainism. This I will discuss later. Take a note. Gave the subheading Jain councils. Jain councils. Subheading. The first Jain council was held at Patliputra, Patna. presided over by Stulabahu or Stulabhadra. Stulabahu or Stulabhadra. Full stop. It was in this council okay, the original philosophical text of Jainism, called 14 Purvas. 14 Purvas, underline that, old text. 14 Purvas means old text, were edited and reduced into 12 chapters called Angas. 12 chapters called Angas. 12 Angas. Underline Angas. Full stop. After the council, next paragraph, after the first council, Jainism was divided into Svetambars and Digambars. It was divided into Svetambar and Digambars. Svetambars followed Stulabahu. And accepted 12 Angas. Whereas Digambars followed Bhadrabahu. B-A-D-R-A. Bhadrabahu or Bahulabhadra. Bhadrabahu or Bahulabhadra. Full stop. Next paragraph, very important. Bhadrabahu wrote, mark it important, Bhadrabahu wrote Kalpasutras. Mark it very important. Kalpasutras for the sake of Digambars. Kalpasutras. Mark it very important. You got question on this. Who wrote Kalpasutras? Kalpasutras written by Bhadrabahu. Full stop. Next. Second Jain Council. Second Jain Council, next paragraph. Second Jain Council was held at Vallabhi in Gujarat. Vallabi in Gujarat. It was presided over by Devavrata Kshamasramana. Devavrata Kshamasramana. Full stop. It was patronized by Siddhiraj and Kumarapal. It was patronized by Siddhiraj and Kumarapala, patrons. Full stop. In this council, twelve angas were further edited and reduced into 12 upangas. Upangas are subchapters. Twelve upangas are 12 subchapters. Full stop. In between the next paragraph, in between the two councils, you recollect whatever I explained, right? And write. In between the two councils, third sect called Therapanthis. Underline Therapanthis was also formed. Underline Therapanthis. They worship the scriptures. Fine. Now give the subheading. Popularity of Jainism. Popularity of Jainism. Number one, Chandragupta Maurya the founder of Mauryan dynasty, was the first great patron full stop. He was converted into Jainism. Chandragupta was converted into Jainism by Bhadrabahu. Full stop. Chandragupta performed Salekhana-vrata, starving oneself to death. Salekhana-vrata. Salekhana-vrata, V-R-A-T. Salekhana Vrata at Shravana Belugala at SRAVANA Shravana Belugala at Shravana SRAVANA Belugala. First, next paragraph. One of the later Mauryan kings, Later Mauryan kings, Mauryan kings, Samprapti, also followed Jainism. He was called Jain Ashok. Inward commas, Jain Ashok. Mark it important. Next one. Kharavela. Next paragraph. Kharavela. Kharavela, the greatest king in the history of Kalinga. Kalinga means Odisha. The greatest king in the history of Kalinga or Odisha also followed Digambara Jainism. Digambara Jainism. Full stop. He conducted a Jain council. Kharavela conducted a Jain council at Kumaragiri, Kumara Hill, Kumaragiri, Giri means hill, at Kumari Parvat, Kumara Parvata or Kumaragiri in 161 BC for bringing unity between Svetambar and Digambar, between the two sects. Full stop. He also founded, Kharavela also founded a new order of Jain monks. Order, O-R-D-E-R, or new group of Jain monks. New order of Jain monks called Yapanacharyas. Yapanacharyas to preach and promote Jainism. Yapanacharyas to preach and promote Jainism. Full stop. Next. Konda Kundanacharya. Next paragraph. Konda Kundanacharya. Konda Kundanacharya. Next paragraph. Founded a new subsect called Saraswati Gacham. a new subsect called Saraswati Gachyam. Underline Saraswati Gachyam. Within brackets, subsects are called Gachyams. Subsects are called Gachyams. Gacham. Gachyams. Brackets close. Saraswati Gachyam at a place called Konakondla. At a place called Konakondla. Kondla. At a place called Konakondla. Kona. Kondla. Kondla. Konakondla. Konakondla in AP. Andhra Pradesh. Full stop. He wrote, very important, Kundana wrote Prabhatatraya. Underline Prabhatatraya. Prabhatatraya. Underline that. Accepted by both Svetambars and Digambars. Both Svetambars and Digambars. Next paragraph. Amoghavarsha. Amoghavarsha. The greatest of the Rashtrakuta dynasty. Greatest of the Rashtrakuta. Rastra. Kuta. Rashtrakuta dynasty was the last great patron. Was the last great patron of Jainism. Last great patron of Jainism. He wrote Ratnamalika, very important, Ratnamalika in Sanskrit, written in Sanskrit, Ratnamalika in Sanskrit, and Kaviraja Marga, very important, Kaviraja Marga, very important, Kaviraja Marga. Underline Kaviraja Marga, very, very important. Comma, the first Kavya, Kaviraja Marga, first Kavya in Kannada literature. Mark it important. Kaviraja Marga, first Kavya in Kannada literature. Full stop. Next paragraph. Indra 4. Indra 4. What's the problem? Indra. Indra. What's the problem? Anything wrong there? Then? Krishna. Like Krishna, no, Indra. Damn sorry. If I have said it Krishna, it's damn sorry. It's not Krishna, Indra. Okay. Indra 4. Indra 4. There are Krishnas also there. 3 Krishnas are there in Rashtrakuta dynasty. As if they don't have any other name. Huh? If you, there's a tradition, even South Indian today, there's a tradition. Grandfather father's name is different, father's name, and same grandson also gets the grandfather's name. It will go on like that. Right. So Krishna 1, Krishna 3, Krishna 2, like that there are kings. Indra 4. Indra 4 also performed Salekhana Vrata. He also performed Salekhana. Salekhana. Salekhana Vrata. Vrata. Salekhana Vrata at Shravana Belugola. At Shravana Sarya Belugola. Belagole. Fine. Next. Jainism gradually lost its popularity. Jainism gradually lost its popularity mainly because of its principles. It's a strict principles, strict principles, particularly non-violence, ahimsa. Right. Now listen. For you, from examination point of view, cultural contribution of Jainism is very, very important. Wherever it is seen, that's important for us. What was the cultural contribution of Jainism? First and foremost, Jains were responsible for developing local languages. You have Sanskrit, the language of the elite, upper section of the society. I told you Buddha, great scholar in Sanskrit, but he never accepted Sanskrit. He accepted only Pali, common man's language. Same is the case with Mahavir. Mahavir accepted common man's language, Ardha Magadi, half Magadan. You can call it today's Bihari. Bihari. All local languages come under Prakrit. Question in UPSC. Entire Jain literature written in Prakrit. Local languages. Jains developed not only Ardhamagadi, Kanarasi, that is Kannada, Sauraseni, that is Gujarati. Okay. They are the main centers of Jainism. Karnataka, Gujarat. Okay. So local languages well developed by Jains. They also founded centers of learning. Buddhism gave importance for university education, higher education. Jainism gave importance for primary education. Right. These centers of primary education, you call them Ghatika. Very, very important. You got question on this twice in UPSC. What were Ghatikas? Ghatikas means centers of learning. Particularly in South India, you have these centers of learning quite a lot, founded by Jains. Great Jain scholars, Gunabhadra and Jainasena Suri, together they wrote Adi Purana deals with the lives and teachings 24 Tirthankars, their life and their philosophy. That's the theme of Adi Purana. Next, after this, Jains, they perfected cave temple architecture. My dear, I am not telling you, time and again I am telling. Okay. Jains were the first to develop cave temple architecture. No. Cave temple architecture, it's already developed under the Mauryas. Mauryas were the first to develop it. What is cave temple architecture? Or a mid portion of the hill or lower portion, you convert it into a cave. Calls for great engineering skill, great labor, hard work and industry. Rock boulders, you hew them, H-E-W, hew. You hew them and convert them into cave temple. Okay. Then you go inside the rock boulder and plaster it for smooth railing, smooth walls and all that. Okay. This art of making cave temples, it started, I should say, first in India. You don't have, man-made cave temple. Okay. This art started first under the Mauryas. Okay. Sudhama, Lomasya, cave temples in Barabar, Madhya Pradesh. They are the earliest cave temples in India. Samrat Ashok went there, did them to Ajvikas. You remember in yesterday's class I told you? Ajvikas, Makkali Gosala. Samrat gave them away to Ajvikas. So cave temple architecture was there even before Jains could develop it. What I am telling you people is, Jains perfected it. Okay. They went for quite extensive cave temple architecture, cave temple, construction extensively. Kandagiri, Kumaragiri, cave temples, Odisha. Indragiri, Chandragiri, cave temples, Shravanabelugola. Badami, Aihole, cave temples, Karnataka. Sittannavasal, cave temples, Tamil Nadu. To my present surprise, I found a question on Sittannavasal. Sittannavasal cave temples in Tamil Nadu. Bhairav-konda, Andhra Pradesh. All these cave temples were developed by the Jains. They are wonderful Undavalli cave temples. Undavalli cave temple near Vijayawada, capital city of Andhra Pradesh, Amravati. But these cave temples, they don't come under Jainism. They were developed by Vaishnavites following Vishnu Bhagavan. They developed Undavalli caves. So cave temple architecture developed very well by the Jains. Next, Jains, they had their own temple architecture, not cave temple architecture, temple architecture. They also built their own temples. Questions in UPSC, what are the Jain temples called? There's a specific word for Jain temple. Jain temples are called Basadi, S-A-D-I. Basadi or Vasati otherwise. Basadis, B-A-S-A-D-I-S. Basadis means Jain temples. In constructing these temples, they follow the text. The basis for Jain temple architecture, Sutra, Acharanga Sutras. For Buddhist architecture, I told you, Chulla Vagga. For Hindu temple architecture, we have Agama Shastra. I have not gone to Hindu temple architecture because it's not developed yet. I told you, remember, in yesterday's class, first to construct Hindu temples, Ikshvakus, 2nd century AD, Nagarjuna Sagar. We have not come to that point yet. Okay. We discussed Buddhist architecture, Jain architecture. It developed on the basis of Acharanga Sutra. Sutra means formulas. In constructing these temples, in all the 4 directions, you have 4 directions, north, south, east, west, like that, right? In all the 4 directions, you have 24 Jain Tirthankar stone statues. Stone statues of 24 Jain Tirthankars kept in all the 4 directions. This practice is what is called Chaumukha. Char means 4. Mukha means direction. Chaumukha, 4 directions you have, 24 Tirthankars statues, stone statues kept. A classic example for Jain temple architecture, the best example I can quote, is Dilwara temple, Mount Abu. Dilwara temple, Mount Abu, built by King Bhimavan. Right. That's the height of the perfection in temple architecture, Jain temple architecture. Right. Jains were also the first, they were the first, undoubtedly. First to develop monolithic statues. Lith means stone. Mono, one. Statue made of one single rock. One single rock statues. Monolithic statues. First monolithic statue in India is that of Jain Tirthankar Parshvanath. In Gandhara also we have Buddha statues. They are not made of one single stone. Mathura and all these art. Statue made of one single rock. That started with Jains undoubtedly. First monolithic statue is that of Parshvanath, found at Sultanganj, Bihar. This art of making stone statues had reached its perfection in the statue of Bahubali or Gomadeshwara. A statue of that type nowhere in the world, I am telling you, my dear. Bahubali's statue, you must see, all of you, at least see it in the net. World's tallest granite statue. For the sculptor Aristotane, it took 12 years. 12 years to make the statue. Gigantic statue. You have to raise your head like this to see it. Okay. And impeccable. You cannot find fault with this statue. Flawless. You cannot say that's not there, this is not there. In human organ, human anatomy, body, okay, you have this organic disposition of human body, naked body. You cannot say that's not there, this is not there in this statue. Minute details, even lines between your 2 fingers are also drawn there. Okay. Such perfection in temple architecture. I mean, monolithic architecture. Okay. You will definitely feel proud when you see this statue, because we belong to that system, cultural system. Okay. When was this? When was it made? 1210. In 1210, this statue was completed. Sculptor Aristotane took 12 years to finish it. 12 years, constant work. That's why for every 12 years we perform Mahamastak Abhishek. Mastaka means head. There's a question in UPSC. Mahamastak Abhishek is being performed for Bahubali, at Gomateshwar, Bahubali or Gomateshwar at Shravana Belugola for every 12 years. Jains from all over the world, they come there after 12 years, every 12 years, every 12 years. It has been performed that way from 1210 without break. Okay, Mahamastak Abhishek for Bahubali. This statue, okay, was installed by Chamundaraya, the Prime Minister of Ganga dynasty. He installed it. Sculptor is different. The one who installed is different. Clear? So contribution of Jainism means language, cave temple architecture, primary education, temple architecture, and monolithic statues. Are you clear? Okay. Remember these are side headings. Everything must be on your fingertips. How will you get it on fingertips? When you look at it from top to bottom, okay, you must arrange it, okay, in the order you are comfortable with. Okay. Then that gets in mind. Okay. Just try to recollect it once, twice, thrice. Bas, that's it. You will be in a position to tell it to others. Are you understanding? When you go back to your room, you can call upon your friend. मैं बोलेगा भी सुनो AI Jain temple architecture, contribution of Jainism 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's it. Let UPSC hold exam in the midnight also, you can write the same thing. Get the point? You don't have to see any textbook. Right? You do it. You are doing it out of your interest. Okay. Then there is no question of forgetting. Right. Take a note. Cultural contribution of Jainism. Cultural contribution of Jainism. Number one, most important contribution of Jainism was development of local languages. Development of local languages, within brackets, Prakrit, P-R-A-K-R-I-T. Within brackets, Prakrit. Mahavir accepted Ardhamagadi. Half Magadan. Ardhamagadi, within brackets, Bihari. As medium of instruction. As medium. Full stop. Entire Jain literature, mark the statement, very important. Entire Jain literature was composed in Prakrit. Was composed in P-R-A-K-R-I-T, Prakrit. Mark the statement, very important. Jains developed other local languages, Kanarasi, C-A-N-A-R-A-S-I, Kanarasi, within brackets, Kannada, Sauraseni, within brackets, Gujarat, Gujarati. Sauraseni means Gujarati. Brackets close. Next paragraph. Jains developed primary education. They founded centers of learning. Jains founded centers of learning called Ghatikas. Underline Ghatikas, very, very important. Ghatikas, particularly in South India. What were Ghatikas? Centers of learning, very important, in South India. Full stop. Next paragraph. The great Jain scholars, Gunabhadra, and Jainasena Suri. Gunabhadra and Jainasena Suri together wrote, mark it, very important, Gunabhadra and Jainasena Suri together wrote Adi Purana. Adi Purana. Mark it, very important. Adi Purana, which deals with the lives and teachings of lives and teachings of 24 Tirthankars. Full stop. Next paragraph. Jains perfected cave temple architecture. CAVE, cave temple architecture. Full stop. It actually started, cave temple architecture actually started under the Mauryas. Full stop. The earliest cave temples called Barabar cave temples. Barabar cave temples in Madhya Pradesh. Barabar cave temples in Madhya Pradesh belong to Mauryas. Full stop. Samrat Ashok dedicated them to Ajvikas. Full stop. Next paragraph. Jains were responsible for Kandagiri and Kumaragiri. Cave temples in Odisha, Kandagiri, Kumaragiri, cave temples in Odisha, Indragiri and Chandragiri. Cave temples at Shravana-Belugola, Sravana-Belugola, Shravana-Belugola, at Shravana-Belugola, Badami and Aihole. Badami and Aihole, cave temples in Karnataka. Sittanavasal, cave temples in Tamil Nadu. Sittanavasal, cave temples in Tamil Nadu. Bhairavkonda, Bhairavkonda, cave temples in Andhra Pradesh. Full stop. How did I started the sentence? Jains developed, is it? Right. Next paragraph. However, the Undavalli caves, mark it important, Undavalli, Undavalli, Undavalli caves near Amaravati, in Vijayawada, Amaravati in AP, Vijayawada means AP, Amaravati in AP belonged to Vaishnavas. They belong to Vaishnavites who worship Vishnu Bhagavan. They don't belong to Jains. Full stop. Next paragraph. Jains had their own temple architecture. Jains had their own temple architecture. Jains had their own temple architecture. Full stop. Jain temples are called mark it very important. Jain temples are called Basadis. Underline Basdi. Basdis. Full stop. They were built. Basdis were built. They were built as per the principles of Acharanga Sutras. Acharanga Sutras, underline Acharanga Sutras. That's the basis for Jain temple architecture. They are built as per the principles of Acharanga Sutras. Full stop. In building the temples, in all the four directions, stone images of 24 Tirthankars, stone images of 24 Tirthankars are placed full stop. This practice is called placing the 24 Tirthankars. This practice is called Chaumukha. Underline Chaumukha. Full stop. The temple architecture reached its perfection. Jain temple architecture reached its perfection with Mount Abu temple, with Dilwara temple, otherwise Mount Abu, with Dilwara temple at Mount Abu, with Dilwara temple at Mount Abu, built by King Bhimavan. King Bhimavan, Bhima. King Bhimavan. Fine. Next paragraph. Jains were the first to develop monolithic statues. Statues. Full stop. The first monolithic statue in India is that of Parsvanath, P-A-R-S-V-A, is that of Parsvanath, P-A-R-S-V-A-N-A-T-H, Parsvanath, found at Sultanganj. In Bihar. Full stop. The art reached its perfection with the Bahubali statue. Bahubali, B-A-H-U-B-A-L-I, Bahubali statue or statue of Gomateshwar. At Shravanabelagola, Sravanabellagola, at Shravanabelagola. Full stop. It is world's tallest granite statue. It's world's tallest granite statue. built by sculptor Aristotle. Built by sculptor Aristotle. Full stop. He took 12 years. Aristotle took 12 years for making the statue. Full stop. This is why for every 12 years, Mahamastak Abhishek, Mahamastak Abhishek is being performed at Shravanabelogola, at SRAVANA, Shravana Belogola, BELAGOLA, at Shravanabelogola. Full stop. Statue was installed by Chamundaraya, the Prime Minister of Ganga dynasty. Prime Minister of Ganga dynasty, who ruled Mysore. Right. That's the end of the contribution of Jainism. This is the end of the chapter, Buddhism, Jainism. We are left with Brahmanism. Just listen. What is Brahmanism? If you remember, I told you Vedic religion in Rigvedic times was completely dominated by Brahmins in later Vedic times. Vedic religion became Brahmanical religion in later Vedic times because Brahmins dominated. In this Brahmanism, Brahmanical religion, you have 4 major sects: Shaivism, Vaishnavism, Shaktism, and Surya cult. Understand? They are the popular sects and the cults. You have Ganapati cult also, which developed much later. When it comes to Shaivism, you know the antecedents go as far back as that of Indus Valley times. Shaivism, the oldest sect in India. You have Pashupati there in Indus Valley times. Rigvedic Aryans, they accepted Pashupati as Rudra. Rudra became Shiva in the later Vedic age. Then how Shaivism developed? If you remember, while discussing Upanishads, I made a reference to Svetasvatara Upanishad. It describes Shiva. Who is Shiva? How does he look like? Sveta, pure white. I also told you Kenopanishad. Uma, his wife Parvati, dark in complexion. Understand? You have now description of Shiva. Now to worship Shiva, what is the form? You require a form. Form is Linga, Shiva Linga. You go to Shiva temple, you see Shiva Linga. Then where actually this practice started and what is the earliest Shiva Linga? Don't bring here mythology, okay, and question me about Ramayana, Mahabharata and all that. We are here, go by evidence only. As a teacher, either myself or your students, you preparing for civils. No place for controversies and debates and all that. Evidence shows that from 1st century AD, you have the well prevailed practice of worshipping Shiva in the Lingakara. Okay. In Indus Valley times, you had phallic worship, but you can't call it as a Shivalinga worship. Shivalinga as we see today, first and the earliest Shivalinga, dateable, you can give it a date, 56 AD, 56 AD. Found at Gudimellam. There is a place called Gudimellam in Andhra Pradesh. That's the place where the earliest Shivalinga in Indian history is found. What you can say, yes, it is Shivalinga, with certainty. Okay. I know what doubts are there in your mind. I came to know that my Panditji told me that Ram installed this Shivalinga, Pandavas installed that Shivalinga. If you go to these places, Pandits are telling you, that Shivalingas were there from quite some time onwards. But no evidence, I am telling you. Okay. Evidence suggests that this is the first and earliest Shivalinga, found at Gudimellam, when you go to Balaji temple. Now you have Shivalinga, accept it. You require sacred chant. You call it mantra. In Shaivism, the most sacred chant is Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, you call it as Panchakshari. Panchakshari mantra. Where do you see this Om Namah Shivaya for the first time? We see this mantra Om Namah Shivaya for the first time in the Tamil literature. Mahabharata, Ramayana, Bhagavat, they are epics popular in North India. Ramayana popular also in South. But in Tamil Nadu, Tamilians, they developed their own epics. We have one history chapter, Sangam Age. Some people asked me, sir, megalithic culture you have not discussed. I will discuss everything in the right context. Understand? Great Tamil literature started from 2nd century BC, called Sangam Age. Okay. Tamilians came out with their own classics. They had their own epics. First of the Tamil epics, Silapadigaram, jeweled anklet. Anklet is worn by dancers when they perform dance. That is the literal meaning of the title, Silapadigaram. Silapadigaram, written by Ilango, the great Ilango Adigal. Okay. Fantastic poet Ilango. Okay. Ilango Adigal. Tamil poets, great men of caliber, great caliber, par excellence. Understand? Unfortunately, you are not told about these things. Okay. Isn't it? Global star in the film industry. First time he used this word global star for whom? Not Raj Kapoor. Shivaji Ganesh. Tamil actor. Tamil actors are stage actors. They have come from the roots. You wanted to see the action, not Rajnikant, I'm telling you. You see, don't go to that extent. You understand? There is very good actor actually. He is very good actor, but different. Okay. Theater arts. Okay, for you to appreciate these arts, theater arts, you have to come to South. Let me tell you, you have to come to South. Understand? Now, Ilango Adigal wrote the classic Silapadigaram. There you see the mantra Om Namah Shivaya mentioned for the first time. Panchakshari. So now you have form, you have chants to address Om Namah Shivaya, okay, description of Shiva. So ideological basis required for Shaivism is provided. Description, form and the chants, all required, whatever required for Shaivism to develop as a sect, they're all provided. Within Shaivism, you have subsects formed. Why within Shaivism subsects formed? Because of the forms of Shiva. Class, please remember. Vishnu Bhagavan takes avatar. Shiva has many forms, not avatars. What is the difference? Avatar comes to this world for a specific purpose. Right? Narsimha avatar to kill Hiranyakashipu. Ram avatar to kill Ravanasura. Avatar comes with a purpose. Understand? Form. Shiva has so many forms. Shiva with a textbook in his hand, Lord of knowledge, Dakshinamurti. Compassionate Shiva. You ask him anything, he will give you. Right? That's what is called Ashtosh. Okay, compassionate Shiva. He who doesn't know how to harm is Shiva. He kills you. He kills you for your own good. Understand? He who doesn't know how to harm. Understand? That is Shiva, Ashtosh. Shiva dancing in eternal bliss, Nataraj. Shiva punishing evil spirits, Bhutanath, Pretanath. Shiva stays in graveyards, right? Not Mount Kailash. Kailash is a symbolic expression actually. Okay. The one who wears vibhudi, that means ash. He gives you ashtaishwaryas. Whatever the Aishwarya you ask, he is the Lord. That's the point. This is the contrasting aspect of Shiva. Compassionate Shiva, kind-hearted Shiva. Okay. Why he stays in graveyards? When we die, we are scared of death. We cry, we weep. Okay. We are scared. Understand? Who is there for us to stay? Your wife, your relatives, your children, all, they will come only up to one point. When your dead body is burning, okay, you will be looking at it. Okay. Then who is there to stand by you? Only Shiva stands. Son, I am there. You are created by me. You are my son. I will take care of you. That is compassion. Understand? Compassionate Shiva. Okay. So Shiva's forms are different. As per the forms, you have different cults formed, worshipping Shiva. Most popular cult in North India, Pashupata. Pasha means robe. Yama hurls the pasha around you and extracts the life. On the orders of Shiva. Yama is only taskmaster. He cannot act independently. Shiva gives him orders according to our mythology. Got the point? You worship Shiva in Pashupata, Shaivism, as the Lord of life and death. Shiva. You have heard of Markandeya, 5-year-old boy, about to die, only one son. He is scared of death. He hugs Shiva. Yama arrives at tells her, your time is up. Understand? He won't leave Shiva. Irritated Yama hurls the Pasha robe. That robe turns even Shiva also. This irritated Shiva. Shiva kicking at Yama. Yama fallen dead. Lord of death fallen dead. Okay. Then Shiva makes Markandeya Chiranjeeva. You live forever. Understand? Very interesting stories, very touching stories of Shiva. Okay. One boy complained, I have no milk to take. Others are drinking cow milk. Mother, why have you not given me cow milk? Are we so poor? Yes, my son, I have no cow. I can't give you cow milk. Then why have you brought me into this world? I have not brought you into this world. Only Shiva brought you. Go and talk to Shiva. Where is he? Call upon him, he will come. Poor fellow, he believed the words, Sat there for severe meditation, calling Shiva, 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 Shiva. Then Shiva appeared. Why did you call me? See, in the world everyone is drinking cow milk. I have no cow milk. Cow milk sake you called me? Take cow ocean itself. That's what is called milk ocean. Pala Kadali we call it as. Okay. This is the Swabhava of Shiva. He is like father. Father would always like to see his son above him. Understand? Lord of knowledge, Shiva defeated in intellectual debate by his own son, Subramanya. Okay. This is what he wants, you understand? It's not that he doesn't want to do. That's how he wants to. Okay. Compassionate Shiva. Pashupata sect, quite popular in North India. I have seen my colleagues, in Agriculture Research University. Yeah, they are very, very tenacious, very strict in Pashupata Shaivam. 6 o'clock, wherever they are, in the meeting also, they take an excuse and go. Perform the Astanyasa Shiva Abhisheka and come back within 15 minutes. This is very popular in North. You go to Kashmir. In Kashmir, you have Kashmira Shaivam. Okay. Kashmir predominantly Shaivite. See, course of time, Islam entered into the valley, converting. You see, conversions have taken place. Okay. Most of the Pandits were Shaivites. Okay. That's Kashmiri Files. When you see the movie, it's very touching, really. People crying for their land. In the movie theaters, I have seen Kashmiri Pandits crying. Dislocated, thrown out of the land. Okay. Kashmira Shaivam. Okay. It's called Trika. Three. Who are the three? Three founders of Kashmira Shaivam. Vasugupta, Somananda, and Kallata. The three. That's why it is called Trika. In this Trika or Kashmira Shaivam, you have no chants. Only mudras are there, signs. Like this, they exchange mudras. That way you worship Shiva, inviting him into yourself. For you also to perform Shiva Abhisheka, you must become first Shiva. Understand? Otherwise you should not perform. Okay. This form, you see it in Kashmir Shaiva. Come to Madhya Pradesh, MP. You have Mahakaleshwar temple, Ujjain. That's the main center for Shaiva activity, Shaiva sects. Agamanta, Mattamayura, Kalamukha, Kapalika, these are the subsects. Every sentence of mine, I told you already, answer to the questions once. Okay. Kalamukha sect, most popular, founded by Kalasana. Kalasana, the student of Nakulisa. He founded Kalamukha sect, most powerful. Come to South. In South, my dear, in Tamil Nadu, you have Saiva devotional movement started. Bhakti Ujjamam. Devotion means bhakti. Great Tamil Saiva saints, 63 saints. Remember the number 63. Tamil Saiva saints, you call them Nayanars. Nayanars composed devotional literature on Shiva in Tamil. That devotional literature, very popular, devotional literature is called Thevaram. Question in UPSC, 2 questions. What is Tamil devotional literature? That is Thevaram. Thevaram is popular as, you go to Tamil Nadu temples, without reciting Thevaram, they won't perform anything. So sacred for them. Thevaram is called the Dravida Veda. You know Dravidian languages. All South Indian languages are Dravidian languages. For the Dravidians, it's like Veda. Okay. Thevaram, composed by Nayanars, Tamil Saiva saints. What is very interesting is, of these 63 Nayanars, most of them came from lower sections. Shaivism doesn't accept caste hierarchy. It's democratic. Go to South Indian temples, you got a question. Describe the temple. On that basis, write a note on society and economy. Finished. मैं कभी नहीं गया, ये क्वेश्चन क्या है, ऐसा नहीं देना, ऐसा नहीं लिखते हैं ना. Part of Indian culture. What can you write on society and economy looking at temple architecture? Classic example, South Indian temples, if you enter, on your right side you see Nayanars, idols of Nayanars. They are from lower caste. For a person coming from lower caste, you installed his idol in the temple, giving him divine status. In our South Indian society, South Indian society, I mean, I come from South, that's why I am telling you. Okay. There, all castes are involved in any ritual or in any ceremony. Okay. We go to their houses, they come to our house, there is no caste difference much. Okay. I don't know about North, I don't comment on that. Okay. We all come together. We call them Atta, Mama, Chinna, Chitti, Putti and all that. Understand? Yeah. No caste. Very rarely, very, very rarely it figures. That is why Dravidian culture. Right. So here in Tamil Nadu, okay, Saiva devotional literature started. Chekkilar, spelling Chikkilar. Chekkilar. Otherwise called secular. Both mean one at the same time. They are not two different ones. Don't question the spelling here. Chekkilar or secular, he wrote Periyapuranam. Periyapuranam on the lives and teachings of Nayanars. 63 Nayanars. Okay. They are not two different ones. They are one. Problem is, in Tamil language, you don't have the word C. C is not there in Tamil language. You have only Chi. They pronounce C as Chi. You observe the Tamilian calling Shiva, Chiva Chiva, Namah Chivai, Chiva. They corrupted my name also, you understand? My name is Sinaya. I come from that area only. But they don't call me Sinaya. Chino, Ada Chino. Chinaya. Okay. In a corrupt way, you understand? C word is not there in Tamil. That's why they pronounce it as Chi. Okay. In Tamil Nadu, you have Shivadvaita sect, founded by Sri Kantha. Shivadvaita, Advaita, there are no two things. We feel we are different. Actually, there is no difference between you and I. Padartha is just the same. Okay. We feel we are different because of ego, identity. If this identity is not there, ego is not there, everything is just the same. That's the great philosophy of Shankara. Advaita, no two things. Right. You go to Karnataka, there you have Basaveshwar. Basaveshwara's Veerashaivam. Veerashaivam is a violent form of Shaivism. You are criticizing Shiva, they will cut your tongue. Understand? very aggressive Shaivism. If Shiva temple is not there, they don't touch even water. They don't take food, they don't touch even water. Very conservative, orthodox Shaivites. Lingayats different, Veerashaiva different. Veerashaivism started, Lingayats also follow assiduously Shaiva cult. Okay. Basaveshwar's Veerashaivam. In Andhra, you have devotional Shaivism. That's called Aradhya. Aradhana means devotion. Aradhya Shaivam by Mallikarjuna Pandita. Main center, Srisailam. Have you heard of Srisailam? You have not heard of anything? Okay. Srisailam. Okay. That's the place where Shiva comes to earth every day at 6 o'clock. I told you dance he performs at Chidambaram. The place, only place in this earth where Shiva comes from heavens. Okay. 6 o'clock, it is Srisailam. The only kshetra where you have Jyotirlinga and Devi's Pita, Shakti Pita. Shakti Pita and Jyotirlinga together, only Srisailam, no other place in India. Very powerful shrine. Okay, go there once upon a time and see. Lovely green Nallamala forest. Okay, it's a scenic view is very beautiful. Nallamala forest area. So these are Shaiva sects. Foreign dynasties, Greeks followed Shaivism. Not only Buddhism. They called Shiva Dionysius. In Greek mythology, you have a god called Dionysius. Comes very close to Shiva. So Greeks called Shiva Dionysius. Kushans, they accepted Shiva. They took the name Mahadev. Mahadev is one of the names of Kushana kings. They also issued silver coins with Shiva, Parvati and Skanda. Skanda means Lord Subramanya, son of Shiva. King Huvishka, he issued silver coins. So Shaivism, most popular in India. From top to bottom, you have Shaivas. Okay. Vaishnavism in some parts only. All over India, it is Shaivism. Are you clear? Then what is Vaishnavism? I will discuss later. Go to Shaivism. Is it time for break? Your break time? Go for break. Take a note. Shaivism. Give the heading Brahmanism. Heading Brahmanism. Heading Brahmanism. Subheading Shaivism. The first Shivalinga in Indian history, the first Shivalinga in Indian history is found at Gudimellam in AP, in Andhra Pradesh, and it belonged to 56 AD. It belonged to 56 AD, full stop. The sacred mantra underline Panchakshari. Panchakshari within brackets Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya is mentioned in is first time mentioned in the epic Epic of Tamilians. The first time mentioned in Epic of Tamilians. Silappadigaram. Silappadigaram. Underline Silappadigaram. Title Silappadigaram. Silappadigaram. Written by Silappadigaram. Written by Ilango Adigal. Ilango Adigal. Adigal. Written by Tamil poet Ilango Adigal. Full stop. Next paragraph. Give the subheading Tamil Saiva sects. Tamil Saiva sect, S-E-C-T, sects. Okay. Different sects were formed due to different worshipping practices of Shiva. Due to different worshipping practices of Shiva and forms of Shiva. Shiva with textbook in his hand is the Lord of knowledge. Lord of knowledge called Dakshinamurti. Dakshinamurti. Next. Shiva with lotus in his hand. Shiva with lotus in his hand is called Sundaresha. Sundar, S-U-N-D R-E-S, Sundaresha. Sundaresha, Lord of Sundaresha is Lord of fine arts, aesthetics and fine arts. Fine art, A-R-T, fine arts. Full stop. Next. Nataraj, Shiva, performing dance, celestial dance, is called Nataraj. Full stop. Next. Give the subheading Pashupata sect. P-A-S-H-U, P-A-T-H, Pashupata sect. Pashupata sect worships Shiva as Lord of birth and death. Popular in North India. Founded by Nakulisa It was founded by Nakulissa. Full stop. Next, Kashmira Shaivam. Second one, Kashmir. Kashmira Shaivam. Underline Kashmir Shaivam. Second set. Popular in Kashmir. Founded by Vasugupta. Vasugupta. Full stop. The two other great thinkers of this sect were Kallata and Somananda. Kallata and Somananda. Put together, it is called Trika. Put together, it is called Trika, T-R-I-K. Trika, T-R-I-K. Underline Trika. Next. Maximum number of sects formed. Maximum number of sects formed with Ujjaini Mahakaleshwar temple, with Ujjain, Ujjain, Madhya Pradesh, with Ujjain Mahakaleshwar temple as the main center. With Ujjain Mahakaleshwar temple as the main center. They include, very important, Agamanta, Matta Mayura, Agamanta, Matta Mayura, Kalamukha, and Kapalika. These six names important. Full stop. Kalamukhas, the most popular sect. Kalamukhas, most popular sect, founded by Kalasana. It was founded by Kalasana, the student of Nakulisa, disciple of Nakulisa. Full stop. Next paragraph. In South India, next paragraph, in South India, Shaivism started as a powerful devotional movement. Devotional movement in Tamil Nadu. Full stop. Tamil Saiva saints are called mark it important. Tamil Saiva saints are called Nayanars. N-A-Y-A-N-N-A-R. Tamil Shaiva saints are called Nayanars. Underline Nayanars. 63. Within brackets, 63. Nayanars. They composed, Nayanars composed devotional literature. Devotional literature in Tamil. Devotional literature in Tamil on Lord Shiva. On Lord Shiva called Thevaram. Mark it, very important. Called Thevaram. Mark it, important. It is popular as Thevaram, popular as Dravida Vedam. Dravida Veda. D-R-A-V-I-D. Dravida Veda. V-E-D. Dravida Veda. Underline Dravida Veda. Very important. Full stop. Tamil poet Chikkilar. Chikkilar or Sikkilar. Tamil poet Chikkilar. Chikkilar or Sikkilar composed Periya Puranam, very important. Periya Puranam. Periya Puranam, mark it, very important, which deals with the lives and teachings of Nayanars. Tamil Shiva saints, Nayanars. Full stop. Next. In Tamil Nadu, Shivadvaita sect. Shivadvaita sect, S-E-C-T. Sect was founded by Srikanta. Srikanta. Mark it, important. In Karnataka, Veerashaiva. In Karnataka, Veerashaiva sect was founded by Basaveshwar. Basaveshwar. Full stop. In Andhra Pradesh, Arajya Shaiva. Underline Arajya Shaiva. Sects must be underlined. Arajya Shaiva means devotional Shaivism. Arajya Shaiva sect was founded by Mallikarjuna. Mallikarjuna Pandita. Mallikarjuna Pandita. Full stop. Next paragraph. Greeks worshipped Shiva as Dionysius. Dionysius. Full stop. Kushans accepted Shaivism. Kushan dynasty, foreign dynasty. Kushanas, Kushanas, or Kushans. Kushans accepted Shaivism and took the names, they took T-O-O-K, took the names Mahadev, King Huvishka, Huvishk, Huvishka, issued silver coins. Huvishka issued silver coins with the images of, silver coins with the signs or images of Shiva, Parvati and Skanda. And Skanda, S-K-A-N-D. Full stop. That is popularity of Shaivism. Now listen. Shaivism started as a Shaivism. When you go to Vaishnavism, it's not the same case. Vaishnavism not started as Vaishnavism. Vaishnavism started first as Bhagavatism. What is Bhagavatism? Bhagavatism means the philosophy of Krishna Bhagavan. Followers of Krishna Bhagavan, they are called Bhagavatas. Bhagavatas. I already told you while discussing Upanishads, in Chandogya Upanishad, for the first time you see the childhood of Krishna mentioned. Krishna born to Devaki, Vasudev, student of three great sages, Ghora, Angirasa and Sandipani, I mentioned. I made you people to write. Question in UPSC, where do you see Krishna as a great philosopher for the first time? Generally, people take Bhagavad Gita. Right. Bhagavad Gita is the last stage of Krishna's philosophy, not the first. For the first time, Krishna appears as a philosopher in Jaiminiya Brahmana and Taiminiya Upanishad. They are the two texts where you see Krishna as a philosopher. I told you Ram, great philosopher, but Ram never talks. Krishna talks a lot about his philosophy. Understand? Bhagavad Gita, highest stage. Perhaps this is the only text in the world literature which is said to be compiled and narrated and delivered by Bhagavan himself. Bible was written after 200 years of the death of Jesus. Quran was not written by Prophet Muhammad. Only Bhagavad Gita. You said to believe, we believe that it's said to be, delivered by Bhagavan himself. Bhagavad Gita, song celestial. Right. Then what is the philosophy of Bhagavatism? Three main ideas. Number one, bhakti. Devotion is the easy means to salvation. Krishna prescribed bhakti marga. We have three margas for salvation in our philosophy. Number one, Gnana marga. Read Vedas, Vedangas, Upanishads and all that. That is Jnana Marga. Karma Marga, do this, don't do that. That is Karma Marga. The Buddha followed Karma Marga. Jains, they believe in Jnana Marga. Krishna Bhagavan tells you, forget about Jnana and Karma. Take devotion. Easy. Okay? Very easy. No problems. Jnana Marga, very difficult to follow. Karma is equally very difficult to follow. Read Vedas, Vedangas, Upanishads means, reading one NCRT itself is difficult for me. Are you understanding? Even after reading one NCRT, then I will become very arrogant. Okay. I read NCRT. मैं पिस्ता पहाड़. Are you understanding? I will make comments also on my teacher. वो बेकार है, उनको कुछ नहीं मालूम है वो टीचर को. बेकार है टीचर. Because I read NCRT. You fellow, if you read Vedas and Vedangas, you don't run, don't walk on this earth, is it? You will be flying. Huh? Jnana definitely gives arrogance. Some people with a little bit of knowledge, they pose around like anything. You understand? So Krishna says, why you to go to Jnana? It gives you arrogance, not moksha first. Okay. Karma, what is good karma, we don't know. What is good to me is not good to you. So forget about these problems. Come to bhakti. Be devoted. You get salvation. Question in UPSC. What is prapatti? Okay. Second idea, prapatti. Prapatti means total surrender. My word, my deed is because of you. I have nothing to do with this. I don't know whether I am doing it karma or good karma or bad karma. You are responsible. That's what Krishna tells Arjuna. Fellow, kill them all. You think that you are killing? It's me who is making you to kill them. Utter my name, kill them. Bad karma will not touch you. Are you understanding? One of my students asked me, shall I take bribes, sir? I have got lot of offers. Very good officer basically. Then I said, take it. Take it. Why? Because if he doesn't take it, he is a subordinate officer, number one rogue. He is ready to take it. Then he will blow it on what? Wine shops, right? Discotheques and all that. You take it, you spend it productively. Dharma is very, very sensitive. Okay. I teach ethics and morals. I will go entirely against it. Okay. Because situation is different. Are you understanding? Okay. So Krishna Bhagavan's prapatti, total surrender to God. I am not bothered whether I will go to heaven or hell. You are responsible. I am doing it in your name. Understand? Prapatti, total surrender. Gajendra Moksha, elephant caught by crocodile. Bhagavan was observing it. It felt it arrogant, I am elephant. I can stamp this crocodile to death and all that. Finally, elephant realized that it is losing out its fight against crocodile in the water. Even then Bhagavan did not respond. When it last moment, also failed, then it cried, I have no one else, please come. Then he left Vaikuntha. Lakshmi was very much perplexed. It was asking for help, you did not go. Why you went in the last moment? Because his arrogance subsided in the last moment. That's why he went. Are you understanding? Prapatti, total surrender. Nishkama karma, third idea. What is Nishkama karma? Selfless act. All of you, please cultivate this. You are preparing for civil service. Don't carry any burden on your brain. I don't want you to suffer because of this civil problem. how to make it, how to make it, how to make it, how to make it. Finally, you are collapsing. Students are fainting in the class. One girl fainted last year. She's so much tensed. What will happen if I don't get it? Nothing will happen. Okay. Your job is to see the notification, see the syllabus, apply for UPSC, join or may not join coaching center, give your 100%. What little extent I can do, I will do. I am not bothered about result. Whether I will become IAS tomorrow or I don't become anything, it's okay, immediately for me. I give my 100%. If you cultivate this, then you can really do very well because there is no burden there first. Okay. Liberate your brain first from this pressure. It can do wonders for you. Okay. This is Nishkama Karma. Okay. Someone was asking, shall we, go to the extent to make people happy about our class for good feedback sake? I said, idiot, forget about your feedback. Who are there to give you feedback? Students are giving feedback. Not for their good sake you have to teach class. You have to teach class the way it is to be taught. Don't bother about feedback. Okay. I am not clear, not bothered about the way how you take me. Okay. Give me 0, I will be very happy. मैं चलता हूँ. I don't want. At this age also, you are bothered about feedback as nonsense. Okay. What is important for the fellow you teach him, whether he likes it or not. I know some people are not liking it, but doesn't matter. Okay. That's important for him. You have to teach him the same way. Okay. Do Nishkama Karma. That is Nishkama Karma. Don't bother about anything. You cultivate this, very important. One of my boys, very handsome guy from Kashmir, Taneja. Poor fellow went for interview thrice. He could not get service, committed suicide. I was really shattered. He is very dear to me. Was, unfortunately. Okay. That's why, you see, I feel very bad if people carry a lot of weight in their mind. What will do, what will happen, nothing will happen. Forget it. You give your best, that's all. Our job is to give our best. Okay. I am not bothered about your service and all that. Right? Get it? Fine. Otherwise also it's okay for me. Same thing. That is Nishkama Karma. What Bhagavan said is, particularly it's human psychology, human science. That's why Bhagavad Gita is universal. Team man. Understand? These are the basic ideas of Bhagavatism. Bhagavatism became popular because it's very simple to follow. Greeks worshipped Krishna. Greeks worshipped whoever that had gone there. They worship. You understand? They were worshipping Shiva. They are worshipping Buddha. They are also worshipping Krishna Bhagavan. Greeks called Krishna Bhagavan Hercules, God Hercules. Understand? First to talk about Bhagavatism, Greek ambassador. Greek ambassador Megasthenes. In his Indica, Megasthenes came to India as the ambassador of Seleucus Nicator, Alexander's representative in India. Our Indian sources are not talking about Bhagavatism. Very interesting. Our Indian sources not mentioned even about Alexander invading India. We didn't know who had beaten us. Aristotle, Alexander's teacher, said, it's my student, Alexander had beaten you. Then we read, okay, you are the one who had beaten us. We are not particular about recording events. We have no sense of history. I told you. It was Megasthenes who tells you that Bhagavatism very popular on the banks of river Yamuna. Okay, very popular. That's why Megasthenes. It's very simple to follow. That's why it became popular. In course of time, within Bhagavatism, you have Pancharatra system, Ratra, worshipping Krishna Bhagavan and four Yadava heroes. Who are these four Yadava heroes? Sankarshana, that is Balram. You know Balram, brother of Krishna? Balram. Okay. Samba, Aniruddha, sons of Krishna. Pradyumna, grandson. All put together, 5. This is called Pancharatra system within Bhagavatism. Greek ambassador, Hilodorus, he followed Buddhism, Bhagavatism. He calls Krishna Bhagavan Bhagavan. Installed a pillar. That's a question in UPSC many a time asked. Okay. It is Besnagar, Basenagar, Besnagar near Vidisha, Madhya Pradesh, Vidish. Okay. There you have Besnagar pillar. Okay. There he calls Krishna Bhagavan. Krishna as Bhagavan, following Bhagavatism. Hilodorus, Greek ambassador. Okay. When Guptas came to power, Bhagavatism transformed into Vaishnavism. How Bhagavatism became Vaishnavism? Same avatara system. You remember, Buddha was given 9th avatar. Okay. In Brahmanism, okay, Krishna is also given avatar. Nara, ordinary man, he is given the avatar of Narayana, okay, from the Gupta times. This system of giving the avatars is called what? In UPSC, that's the question. System of giving the avatars is called Vyuha, Vyuha, Vyuha system. With that, Krishna became Narayana, Govinda, Damodara. This is the beginning of Vaishnavism. Vaishnavism again started as a very powerful devotional movement. Powerful devotional movement in South India. All devotional movements started in the South, my dear. Okay. Tamil Vaishnava saints, Tamil Saiva saints, Nayanars. Tamil Vaishnava saints, Alvar, Alvar, Alvars. Alvars composed devotional literature on Vishnu Bhagavan. The Tamil devotional literature of Alvars on Vishnu Bhagavan is called Prabandha. Prabandha. What is Prabandha? Tamil devotional literature on Vishnu Bhagavan. Tamil devotional literature on Shiva, Thevaram, I dictated, called Dravida Vedam. This is called Prabandha. 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 In Vaishnavism, you have two sects for, only two. One is Sri Vaishnava by Ramanuja. You come to Hyderabad, you have the tallest statue of Ramanuja, unveiled by Prime Minister Modi. Samata statue we call it as. All are just the same, equal. Ramanuja preaching equality. So Sri Vaishnava sect, founded by Ramanuja. Second sect, Vaikanas. You go to any Balaji temple or any Ram temple connected to, Vishnu. Go to any Krishna temple also. Krishna, Ram or Balaji temple. You ask the priest there, which sect you belong to. You don't have to ask. They are invariably Vaikanasas. Vaikanasas means priests. Priests in Vaishnavism. This sect was founded by great saint Vikanasa. That's why they are called Vaikanasa. Vaishnavism transcended the borders of India. It became very popular in Indonesia. A Brahmin by name Kaundinya went to Cambodia and settled there. He married Princess Susa. He introduced Vaishnavism. And Vaishnavism entered into Indonesia. You know, Sumatra, Java, Borneo, Indonesia. Indonesia, predominantly Islamic. Most Muslim populated country in the world today, Indonesia. But before Islam entered, it was Vaishnavism. Understand? Indonesia had telecast Ramayana uninterrupted for 20 years. 20 years, a Muslim country. There are celebrations also in Indonesia. When Ram Janmabhoomi temple was built, when inauguration had taken place recently. Indonesian first president, Dr. Sukarno, you remember I told you? I think his daughter also, they follow Vaishnavism. Okay. We have very well established contacts with Southeast Asia, particularly Indonesia. It's because of Vaishnavism. That's about Vaishnavism. Understand? Then you have Shakti cult, worshipping Shakti as mother goddesses. You remember from Indus Valley times you had this. Worshipping Shakti, Shakti taking the form of Manasi, Durga, Kapali. Okay. All these are different forms of Shakti. It became very popular in Bengal and Odia, that is Kalinga. Shakti cult. Then Surya Bhagavan cult, worshipping Surya Bhagavan as the Lord of cosmic energy. This is also quite popular in Bengal and Odisha. Ganapati Maharaj. Okay, you don't have the pattern of worshipping Ganapati. It is all later added. Actually, it was not there. From the Gupta times, you had the practice of worshipping Ganapati. Okay, why? Suddenly you see from Gupta times it happened. Okay. Nagas, very powerful tribes. Nagas. Samudra defeated Naga tribes. Ganapati Naga, okay, the king of Nagas, he gave away his daughter, Kubera Naga, in marriage to Samudra's son. Naga has two words, two meanings. One is elephant, the other one is snake. They worship elephants. Are you understanding? That's why Naga cult. That's how Ganapati cult came into being. Ganapati with elephant face. Right? Okay. When Shankaracharya, Adi Shankara, okay, entered this world, Shankara's mission is to bring all this into one single stream. Shaivism, Vaishnavism, Shaktiism, Surya cult, Ganapati cult. How many cults? Why so many divisions? Bring them all into one fold. That is what is called Panchayatana. Again a question in UPSC. Shankaracharya's greatest contribution to Indian society is bringing all these different sects into one fold, one path, one stream. Shankara, brilliant organizer, great organizer, okay, profound thinker, philosopher, bringing all into one single fold. He founded 4 mathas, you know that? Mat. Ashramas, 4 mat. Sringeri, Dwaraka, Badrinath, and Puri. 4 different directions to promote, preach and promote, okay, the Sanatan Dharma and Hinduism. Right. What is Panchayatana? Class, very important concept. When I go to temple architecture, I will ask again on this. Yeah, I don't know whether you have ever studied this. When you are entering into the temple, at the entrance itself, sometimes you see, you are entering into Panchayatana temple. What is Panchayatana? Panchayatana means worshipping not only Shiva, Shiva the presiding deity. Shiva sits like this. In Panchayatana temple, you have the idol of Shiva at the center. You have Vishnu Bhagavan, understand? Next to him, Surya. On your left side, you see Ganapati, Shiva's left side, and Durga. Put it together, 5. Are you understanding? In Panchayatana system, we worship 5. Shiva, Vishnu, Surya, Ganapati, and Durga. That is Panchayatana. This is the essence of Hinduism. Are you clear? Take a note. Is it time? Time? Say yes or no. No. Then continue. Take a note. Vaishnavism. It started as Bhagavatism. Vaishnavism started as Bhagavatism. Bhagavatism. Full stop. Bhagavatism founded by, next sentence, next paragraph. Bhagavatism founded by Vasudeva Krishna, Bhagavatism founded by Vasudeva Krishna. His actual name Vasudeva Krishna, Krishna Bhagavan. Full stop. Krishna appears as a philosopher for the first time in Jaiminiya Brahmana and Taiminiya Upanishad. Taiminiya Upanishad. Full stop. Who composed Bhagavad Gita? Krishna himself composed Bhagavad Gita. Huh? I'll walk out of this class. Vedavyas. How many times I told you? Mahabharat, Bhagavat, composed by Vedavyas. Right. Right there. Bhagavad Gita. I don't understand. Bhagavad Gita composed by Vedavyas. Vedavyas is the highest stage of Krishna's philosophy. Full stop. Next paragraph. Essence of Bhagavatism is semicolon number 1. Bhakti, BHAKTI. Number 1, Bhakti. Bhakti means devotion. Bhakti, devotion. Number 2, prapatti, mark it important. Prapatti means, within brackets, total surrender. Third one, nishkama karma. Nishkama karma means selfless act. Selfless act. Full stop. Next paragraph. Greek ambassador Megasthenes. Greek ambassador Megasthenes was the first to talk about Bhagavatism. First to talk about Bhagavatism in his text Indica. As a popular sect, SCCT sect, on the banks of river Yamuna. Greeks also worshipped Krishna. As Hercules. Kindly see the spelling, Hercules, Harkles. H-E-R. 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 Hercules. क्या देख लो थोड़ा और एक बार देख लो. H-E-R-A-K-L-E-S. C-L-E-S. You take this spelling. Because you are not convinced with this spelling, I know it. You take this only. Hercules. Greeks worshipped Krishna as Hercules. Full stop. Next. Greek ambassador Hilodorus. Greek ambassador Hilodorus. You don't search for that, okay? Leave it. Hilodorus followed Bhagavatism. He followed, Greek ambassador Hilodorus followed Bhagavatism. He installed, very important, market important. He installed Garuda pillar at Vidisha, Madhya Pradesh. Garuda pillar at Vidisha, Madhya Pradesh. And called Krishna Bhagavat. and he called Krishna Bhagavat. Full stop. Next. Pancharatra system. Mark it important. Pancharatra, R-A-T-R-A. Pancharatra system was introduced by Saint Sandilya. Saint Sandilya. Full stop. Under the system, Krishna and other Yadava heroes, other Yadava, Y-A-D-A-V-A, other Yadava heroes and other four Yadava heroes are worshipped. They include Krishna's brother Balram, otherwise called Sankarshan. Balram, otherwise called Sankarshan. S-A-N-K-A-R-S-H-A-N, Sankarshan. Balram, Samba, S-A-M-B, Samba, son of Krishna. Krishna's sons write like that. Balram, within brackets, Sankarshana, brackets close, comma, sons, Krishna's sons, Samba and Aniruddha. And grandson Pradyumna. P-R-A-D-H. D-H-Y-M-N-A. Pradyumna. Full stop. Next paragraph. During the age of the Guptas, Bhagavatism was transformed. Into Vaishnavism. Vaishnavism. Full stop. Krishna was given the avatar. Of Vishnu and was called Govinda. Govind. G-O-V-I-N-D. Govind. Govinda, Damodar and Narayan. Govinda, Damodar and Narayan. Full stop. Vyuha system, mark it important. Vyuha, V-Y-U-H-A. Underline this. Vyuha system means attributing avatar or giving avatar. Fine. We shall stop here for today. I am posting the synopsis up to Panchayatana, what all that I explained, right? Tomorrow we are going to start the political history. This is the first part of cultural history. I have not touched upon political history so far. Tomorrow onwards it would be the area.